Okay, good day everyone. Today we're gonna change the oil and oil filter of this beautiful Ducati 848 Evo. We'll go through it step by step, show you what tools you need, what oil to look out for, what oil to use, how much oil to use, and yeah, hopefully get a good job done. Okay, bottom fairing. Panel removed. Okay, the bike is warmed up. Now we're gonna drain the oil by the oil tap. It's at the lowest point of the engine. There's here 4 bolts right next to the 4 bolt. There's a single big drain tap. Next to it here we have the oil filter. So what we're gonna do is put a pan to catch the oil obviously under there. Release the bolt, release the filter, and wait till it's all drained. Put the new oil in. So we've got our oil catching pan, a key, got some gloves on. We don't want to get our hands too dirty. Well, I don't. Now we're going to release the bolt and get the oil out. Oil. Okay, to remove the oil filter, I'm just going to try and twist it with our hands. Normally it's also twisted on with hand strength. There are special tools for it. If you can't get it loose, you can buy one. It's not that expensive, or ask a neighbor or someone else you know to use it for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna try by twisting it by hand. Is this one anti-clockwise? Let's see. Take this to the container. Oops, the container part. We call that. I'll drop in oil pan. Okay. Need some extra cleaning to be done. Okay, that is cleaned up. Now we're gonna remove the oil pan. Further, we'll put the drain plug back in. You can reuse the washer that's on it. You can also put a new one, whatever you like. Make sure you close the tap to the right torque settings, which we'll give away later. Put the new oil filter in, and then we're going to use 3.7 liters of oil on this specific bike. I'm going to put the new oil filter in. Here we're going to use a K&N oil filter. The good thing to do is to fill the filter with oil before you turn it on, and also get a bit of oil on your finger, rub around the rubber, twist it on, hand tight, quite firm, hand tight. And all we'll use here is Motul 300V racing motor oil. I'll be using 10W40 because I live in Belgium, Western Europe. The thing with the numbers here are 10 is the viscosity of the coiled oil and 40 hot oil. So which means 10 means when the bike is cold, the lower the number, the thinner the oil, the higher the number, the thicker the oil. So when you start your bike and the oil is cold and you live, let's say, in like, I don't know, Finland or Sweden, where it's very cold, you want a lower viscosity of oil, which means your oil is thinner, which will go around all the parts. It needs to be lubricated faster and protect your bike faster. Do you live like, let's say, in Spain or Egypt, I don't know, somewhere it's constantly really hot, you want to have a thicker viscosity when the bike is cold, because you don't want your oil to be too thin. Because it will not protect your bike enough. So what happens when the engine turns, it's metal and metal, it looks smooth, but it's not. It's actually very abrasive, like your knuckles touching each other. If that happens, metal heats up, parts will wear down, parts will break down, too hot will melt. So the oil in between keeps a layer in between to protect the metal bits not like really rubbing against each other. So if you live in a hot country and you have too thin oil, you'll get this rubbing. If your oil is thicker, you'll get more protection. The same for your bike when your bike is hot. For me, this 140 will do well. The same thing, if you live in a hot country, you probably want something, or does your bike get really hot, you probably want to go for a higher viscosity at the end there. You can find this in the manual of your bike. There's always a table saying if your average temperature is between these and these degrees, let's say from 0 degrees to plus 30 degrees, the best oil to use is this one. So always please follow the manual. Okay. Another reason why I choose this green racing oil is supposed to give a bit of extra power to your bike because it gives less friction, and the oil still sticks around on the parts when the bike is shut down, which should protect your bike a bit more when you start up your bike next time. Very unconventional looking oil, is great, looks like unicorn blood, but I love it. I've looked up how to remove this bottom bit to reach the oil sieve. This is silicone together, so what to do is just give it a little with a screwdriver or something on the bottom bit, not in between or anything, just on the lid, sort of speech. Hit it off, get the oil sieve out, have a look there for bits. But to reinstall this lid here, or this piece, we need something that is called liquid silicone. So we'll have to I'll have to go buy that somewhere, rub it on before reattaching this. So what we're going to do now is give it a little whack. Maybe that. Amount of silicone on there. We'll scrape that off with something sharp, a razor or a knife, to make the surface clean again. Okay, let's pull out this sieve. Yeah, there it comes. Okay, first thing I notice, I look a bit here. Oh, that is just silicone. No worries there. Okay, let's inspect this bit here. Hope you can see. I don't see any big bits. I see some bits of silicone and rubber. This is probably from using like a cheap oil filter or something like that. Yeah, bits of silicone. No metal bits. So I would say, yeah, nothing to worry there. Give it all a good clean. Okay, what I'm going to do now is get this cutter knife bit clean below, make sure all the silicone is off and it's a nice and smooth surface. Same for the lid. Okay, clean surface. Okay, went to the shop to get some liquid sealing. I'm gonna pop the oil sieve back in. With the small side up. Okay, that's properly in. Now, double check. Get the screen underneath. Okay, now we're gonna get our cover, get some of this liquid sealing on. Just tiny amount on the outside. Make sure the circle is fully closed around, not too thick. Might have put a little bit too much on here. Scrape some of the to the edge over there. Pour a bit of the excess off. Use a bit too much. Clean that there. Okay, that should definitely do it. Okay, we're gonna pop this one back on. Tighten the bolts. I'm guessing the 4 sides are the same. Okay, these small bolts need to be torqued to about 10 Newton meters. You can do this with a torque wrench. Mine didn't go to 10, starts from 20. But I know by experience it's just with a small one, okay tight, not like overdo it, but okay tight. That's around 10. Okay, let's clean the excess seal that's coming from underneath out a bit while we're at it. Okay. Now we've got to get our drain plug. Okay, putting our clean oil plug back on it. Okay, I've torqued the drain plug to 20 Newton meters. Now we're gonna install the oil filter. To install the oil filter, what we'll do is, of course, get the plastic off, open it like that, and get a tiny bit of oil. Like that. Fill it with some oil. Beautiful green unicorn blood. Okay, filled. Now we're gonna get some oil on our finger, rub around the rubber. Indeed, rub around the rubber. Give it a nice, give it a smooth layer around the rubber. And now we're gonna hand tie it back in place.
For you, so come along and take my hand.
hand tight, quite hand tight. Get 2 hands involved. If you can, these K&N filters do have a 17mm wrench tool on it. You can use it if you want, but I'm scared to over tighten it that way, so hand tight, more than enough. The reason why I oil the rubber is if you don't, you can create some friction between the motor and the filter, and the rubber can like double up and not give a good seal in between. So it's better to have a smooth surface in between, so you're sure there's there's no gap between the rubber and your engine. Okay, that is installed in place. Now we're gonna put oil on the bike. The specification of this one says 3.7 liters, so that's what we're gonna do. This just got some measurements on it in gallons and in liters. This is a 4 liter box. So there's a line for half a liter at the end, so it should be a little bit under the half liter line at the end. Okay, start by getting the oil cap off, obviously. You can start seeing on the glass. Let me show you that a bit better. You can see the glass starts filling up a little bit. So with 3.7 liters, it should be at the top of the glass on a cold engine. Which oil have you used by now? We're at 1 liter inside that. You don't want to be too high either. Now red on the bottle. Still 1 liter. Still a bit more. What we're going to do is fill it till we reach the top level here. There's a minimum and a maximum line. Fill up to the maximum. Run engine for 2 minutes, or even less. Just run it for 10 seconds more likely, so the engine goes around a bit and distributes the oil to the place where it needs to be. And then we'll wait 10 minutes after that and check the level again and top up if needed, and if not, leave it like that, of course. So, nearly there. How much is left in this bottle? It's hard to see. Yeah, 10.7 left. Okay, we're at the maximum line. Still, we're at the maximum line. A little bit more. Like that. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to close our oil filling hole. Run the bike and see if the oil needs to be topped up again. If not, we'll leave it like this. It's a perfect level. Okay, to fill the oil to the top level. I'm gonna start it up. Let the engine spin around, and then we'll check the level again. while the fairings are off, we can check quickly if there's any leak. If not, tighten it, fix it, clean it, start it up again, see where the leak is coming from. Yeah, check it and fix it. We're staying at the minimum level now, so we're gonna top up about 300-400 mils, I think, and do the same. Yeah. Good level. Okay, one small note I forgot to tell you. So we are checking the oil level. It's now at the maximum after waiting a bit for all the oil to settle down. You want to measure this level when the bike is upright. So mine is on the paddock, the front and the back, so it's perfectly straight up. Do not check it while it's on the side kick, because you'll see a level is incorrect. So the best thing to do is either have somebody hold it for you, balance it yourself if you're brave, or put it on a double paddock stand so your bike is perfectly level. Okay everyone, thank you for watching. I hope this was a great help to you, and if you liked the video and want to see more, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more.